What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Now kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me. We're not even about to waste too much time on the intro. If you just saw that finale in South Carolina versus Tennessee, Kamilla Cardoso with a 3 at the buzzer for the win? What is going on right now? I don't even understand. South Carolina drew up the play. Dawn Staley called it for the win. Kamilla Cardoso from deep. Tennessee was so unbothered watching her take that jumper. Nobody contested the shot. Who said the bank was closed on a Saturday afternoon? Man, we gotta talk about that game. It's fresh on the brain right now. They advance to the freaking SEC title game, y'all. Off a three-pointer from Kamilla. They were up by over 21. Tennessee erased the lead. It was all Vols. Kamilla Cardoso brings Tennessee to their knees. Literally. Just crushed all their hopes and dreams with one shot. On the other side, we got to talk about Yukon dominant performance, but one of their star players may have suffered a broken nose. We don't know yet. And then on the other side, Iowa with Indiana and Ohio State out of the Big Ten tournament. Man, this thing looks like it's all Iowa's for the taking. But before we get into all that, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest. And join our memberships. We got that exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. Now, let's get into it.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
Yo, it looked like South Carolina was going to take their first L. They pull out a crazy dub, 74-73 to advance past Tennessee. This is the third time these two teams have played in the last 25 days. It's tough to beat a team 3 times. Dang near impossible. South Carolina, man, they were up 20 plus in this contest. Tennessee didn't even get their first basket until like a little over 2 minutes left in the first quarter. They were cold. It was looking like it was going to be a blowout. They came out in halftime swinging. We saw them finally let Rakia Jackson work out. They put her in the pick and roll, and it was giving Kamilla Cardoso problems all second half. Jules Spear, pick and roll, Jasmine Powell, they were getting busy attacking Kamilla Cardoso. It was looking bad. She even admitted in the post game. She was all fall game. Like she was getting picked on. She was getting dissected. They were blowing past her. But she did not let that shake her confidence. This team continued to fight, scrap, claw. I thought it was interesting that Tessa Johnson was on the floor in the closing moments of this contest. The freshman being counted on. Then, Malaysia Full Wiley was subbed in. Freshman playing crucial seconds, the last possession for this South Carolina team, man. It shows the faith that Dawn Staley has in these young players, really, man. They were incredible. Kamilla Cardoso, though, her family in attendance, we knew it was going to be an emotional moment, emotional tournament. Dawn Staley bringing them in, South Carolina bringing her family in front of her folks. Her first career 3-point shot with a chance to go to the SEC title game on the line. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, this is pandemonium. I just gotta ask, South Carolina fans, how are y'all feeling right now? What the heck? What was going through y'all's minds when y'all were watching that play develop? Y'all see it go to Cardoso. I see Raven Johnson take off to the wing, so I'm thinking maybe she's gonna kick it back, try to get Raven for the 3, but there was not enough time, honestly. And man, she let that thing fly. Banked it in and is mobbed with love from the South Carolina program. And I'm at a loss for words, man. I think that was the best game I've watched all year. I mean, Tennessee fought. They clawed. They scratched. And they were brought to their knees. They did everything they were supposed to do to win this game except contest the last shot. They left Kamilla Cardoso wide open. It looked like they were guarding Ben Simmons out there. Wide open. She had an amazing look at the rim. Just how Coach Staley drew it up. What a call. What a call. The guts it takes to make a call like that. And that's why she is one of the best. That is championship coaching. That is championship execution. That is championship basketball. South Carolina, man, I'm stamping it. They taking the natty. Ain't no way. This is a team of destiny. There's nothing that can be ignored. Did y'all just see what happened? This is a team of destiny. There's no stopping this squad. This is crazy. Now, we still got to wait for LSU and Ole Miss to play to get the final rundown and see if we're going to get this epic rematch. But, yo, South Carolina? What in the world? Man, let's get a little bit deeper into this game. South Carolina had a 19-6 lead going into the second quarter. Like I said, Tennessee, that was their worst first quarter in all the season. All the games they played this year. 6 points, a season low. But they came out firing in the second and the third quarter, and they dominated the fourth quarter to close the lead to overcome a 21-plus point deficit, man. Rakia Jackson was sensational. And I just can't say that enough. But this was a hard-fought effort, man. For Tennessee, I know this is a heartbreaking loss, man, because they did everything that they could. They matched South Carolina blow for blow until the very end, man. And just a very improbable play sends them home from this tournament. South Carolina, 42.3% from the field. Tennessee, 41.8%. Tennessee outshot them for 34.8% to 26.7%. Those free throws, we mentioned it, shooting 66.7%, leaving 5 points at the line. And we would have been looking back at this if this game would have went the other way. Tennessee, very aggressive in the paint, getting to the line, especially operating in that pick and roll in the second half. Made 19 of 24 of their free throws. South Carolina wins that rebounding battle, though, which was also another key to their victory, 45-38. Now, we talked about them turnovers. I think they had 24 last game. They had just 9 this contest, so definitely reeled it in, taking way better care of the basketball, man. But Tennessee, that was a very good game plan. We mentioned last time they played, Jasmine Powell caught a lot of heat for her shot selection as well as just her decision making. 7.6 rebounds for her. I think in the first half, Bree Hall, Tessa Johnson, they were throwing all types of looks at Rakia Jackson, making things difficult for her. She wasn't really effective down low, but when they got her on the perimeter facing up, she got going big time in the second half, finishing with 19 points, 9 assists, and 9 rebounds, flirting with a triple dub right there. Tamari Key was tough in this game. She banged down low and battled, but on that final possession, it was her matchup. Her man that got loose and hit the game-winning 3 that was not contested. Jewel Spear continues back-to-back 20-plus point games, continues to just wield this team, and she's been incredible. Just a very, very hot shooting streak she's in right now. 24 points, 4 rebounds, and she was really good in the pick and roll, attacking the cup, taking advantage of just the size mismatch and the speed difference, attacking 6'7", Kamilla Cardoso. Sarah Puckett, she came in, made some shots. She had a weird foul on Malaysia Fulwali late in the game, or I think it was the second quarter, or maybe the end of the third quarter. That was really weird, and it looked like they were about to scrap low-key, but yeah, it was just an overall great effort from their 2 stars, though. Jewel Spear led them in the scoring with Rakia Jackson. Once again, they beat Alabama. And then they come in and lead this team against South Carolina. They do everything right. Rakia Jackson's mom was hyping the crowd. She was lit. Tennessee had all the momentum. They were rolling. They were making shots. They found out their strategy. I'm looking like, man, they must have been saving that package up to unleash Rakia Jackson in the pick and roll. They must have been saving that, because they should have been playing like this the whole season. They need to run the offense through her all the time. She had a career high 9 assists, so we're seeing why she's the number 3 overall prospect projected in the WNBA draft, man. Rakia was incredible. She fought hard. She battled, man. I was really impressed. I'm just such a big fan. She's one of my favorite players to watch in the nation. She's incredible. She played hard. So salutes to her. Salutes to Jules Spear, man. Those two really left it all on the court. You can see after the game, Rakia was picking her teammates up. They were devastated. Tennessee coach was just gut-wrenched on the floor, man, on the court. Just, one shot brought them down to their knees, y'all. And speaking of being brought down, man, South Carolina, staying undefeated, moves on to the SEC title game. And it was another balanced effort. They did not let this one slip away. They took Tennessee's best punches and go 3-0 against the Vols on the season. Kamilla Cardoso led the way with 13 points and 5 rebounds. Her last basket proved to be the one to make the ultimate difference in this game. It was a quiet game for Tahina Pow as well as Bree Hall. They were very active on the defensive side. I mentioned that Bree Hall was given the assignment to check Rakia Jackson at times. Raven Johnson, 11, 4, and 7. She had some big shots and made some big plays late in the stretch down in the game to really keep them in this contest. Chloe Kitts, modest 8 and 6 for her. Sanaya Fagan, bro, I didn't know she was so agile. Like, she runs the court like a gazelle. I seen her running like she went coast to coast, hit a Euro. She missed a layup, but hey, man, I'm telling you, the skill set there, the potential, the upside there could be crazy. Ashlyn Watkins, 6 points, 5 rebounds for her. Tessa Johnson playing another big game, 8 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound. She had a huge assist down the line, like, to really, she drew in the double team, kicked it back to Kamilla Cardoso down the stretch. When they needed plays, man, she really did a good job. Malaysia Fulwiley also, both these freshmen playing clutch minutes. Fulwiley, 13 points, 4 rebounds. Both of them were on the court in the final moments of these games, the final minutes. Just showing, like I said, the faith that Coach Dawn Staley has in these young players. They are growing up extremely fast before our eyes. And this was a good test. I think South Carolina needed a test like this. They survive another test. They're taking everybody's best shot. They beat Tennessee 3 times in 25 days. They cut down on the turnovers. That was the big thing. They executed. Tennessee just played a heck of a game. They figured out that they could they could expose Kamilla Cardoso in that pick and roll, looking like a liability. I'm sure there will be some adjustments moving forward, but man, you seem like kind of, if you can bring her away from the basket and get her on the perimeter, if you got a forward that can handle the ball, Angel Reese type of player, a Rakia Jackson type of player that can shoot it. Angel Reese got the mid-range, but Rakia can really shoot it. But if you got a player that can, maybe Anissa Morrow can be that player that can bring her out away from the basket and just make shots from the perimeter, get active in the pick and roll, get a step on her at the cup. We've seen some things that could work. I know teams are going to be watching this game and seeing what worked for Tennessee, and it was definitely the pick and roll and then having bigs that can pass. If you have bigs that can make plays, if you have forwards that can make plays on the perimeter and down low, can pass it, shoot it, dribble it, not many programs do, but if you do, that is the type of player that can really give South Carolina problems. We've seen Rakia Jackson do it over and over, and she almost knocked off South Carolina, man. Tennessee was so close. This would have, I think they're in the NCAA tournament regardless, but this would have stamped them for sure. This was a rematch of last year's title game. Man, Tennessee was so close. They fought so hard. You just got to salute them. You got to salute Tennessee, man, because that was a hard-fought win. But you also, even more, got to salute South Carolina. Feels like they're a team of destiny. I mean, Kamilla Cardoso from the 3? Nobody's drawing that up but Dawn Staley. Like, what the heck? Guys, what is going on, man? What a game. I'm still amped up.
I don't know what I feel coming from Greenville. I don't know what I feel coming from Coach Staley right now. Coach, congratulations. Walk us through that final play that you drew up leading to that ball in Kamilla's hands.
Hey, we didn't have any timeouts. And I knew with the players that we had on the floor, pretty much the only player that was going to be open was Kamilla. So I just told Raven to get the ball to Kamilla. And I told Kamilla, hey, pass at the pile, and then at the last second, I'm just like, Kamilla, shoot it. Oh, my God. It couldn't happen to a better person. Like, she's worked. And her mom, her sister, her agent, the first time they get a chance to see her play, and she gives them that. Unbelievable.
Do you have a heart monitor on now? What's that heart rate looking like
Hey,
now?
listen. I got to go to the doctor on Monday. I know I'm going to be prescribed some blood pressure medicine. I
Stress
know
test. What's it, thinking about how you were able to get Kamilla's family over here, and then for her to deliver the shot, what's going through your mind when everything goes down with that, knowing all that process to get them over here, man?
Hey, favor, uncommon favor. Unbelievable. There are no words. I'm just happy. I'm happy that we made all of these people here happy, and they get to come back and see us, possibly win another SEC tournament championship.
What a game. Game of the year candidate, shot of the year candidate, and South Carolina moves on. Also moving on today, we mentioned there were some other big wins. Notre Dame picked up the big win, blew the doors off of Virginia Tech. They are missing ACC Player of the Year Liz Kitley. Georgia Moore did all she could, but it was not enough, man. Notre Dame went crazy. Shout out Maddie Westbeld. Shout out Sonia Citron. Shout out Hannah Hidalgo, getting it done, man. Notre Dame picked up the win 82-53 in this contest. And looking at the breakdown a little bit here, very cold shooting day for Virginia Tech. Just not enough offensive firepower, not enough shots made. Notre Dame shoots 51.6% from the field. An incredible 9 of 14 from 3, putting them at 64.3% from the field. They hold Virginia Tech 30% from the field and 28.6% from the three-point line. Virginia Tech shot a horrid 42.9% from the line, while Notre Dame shot 90%. Pretty much the only statistic that Virginia Tech had the edge in was the rebounding aspect of things. But Notre Dame was getting busy. Maddie Westbeld, huge game. 18 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds for the versatile forward who can shoot it, who can pass it, who can get it off the dribble. Love her game. Sonia Citron, we mentioned. Big game for her. Ever since coming back from injury, she's been incredible this season. A very nice compliment to Hannah Hidalgo. She finishes with 19 points, 2 assists, 7 rebounds. They get a big game out of Anna DeWolf as well. 14 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds from the guard. And then the sensational freshman, Hannah Hidalgo, 15 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. And they will be going to play for the ACC championship, matching up with a very good NC State team. Georgia Moore had 24 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds for her squad, but they are not the same without their other half of that 1-2 punch. And you just hope Liz Kitley comes back and is able to play, man. There's some, just from comments I've been reading and stuff I've been reading, man, there's maybe some skepticism that she may be done for the year. Nothing official, though, so we're not going to stamp that. They're hoping to get her back for the NCAA tournament. When you talk about an all-conference, all-American player of the year type caliber player, there's no replacing that. And she came back for an extra year for the COVID year, so you just hope that she gets to go out in style with her last NCAA tournament. This is a team that made the Final Four last season, had big expectations, were looking like they were going to take the ACC championship, get blown out. Now Notre Dame, who I think is one of the hottest teams in the nation and one of the most intriguing teams in the nation, especially since they are doing this without their All-American guard and arguably best player Olivia Miles, who did announce that she's coming back next year. So huge news for Notre Dame, but also great news for them. They move on to the ACC championship, where they will take on NC State, who pretty much handled Florida State. And by pretty much, I mean most definitely handle Florida State. Florida State played 3 games in 3 days. It just looked like they ran out of gas. NC State picks up the big win against them, and the finals are set for these conference tournaments for the ACC. So that will be a major game. Mimi Collins was incredible for NC State, as well as Sanaya Rivers. They've got a really, really good team. They beat Florida State in 69-43. Like we mentioned, Mimi Collins was incredible, getting it going in that first half. Isaiah James, the leading scorer for this group, who's just had a stellar year improving her scoring. 23 points, 4 assists, 9 rebounds. Sanaya Rivers stuffing the stat sheet. 8 points, 4 assists, 9 rebounds for her as well. 3 rebounds for her as well. How about River Baldwin getting active on the glass too? Second in rebounds with 11. And then the guard, Madison Hayes, grabbing 10 rebounds as well, man. So just a team effort there. But NC State rolls on, and this is going to be a mega matchup against Notre Dame. So I'm excited to see these two teams match up. And then in another finals, man, Yukon continues to dominate in the Big East, and it looks like they're on their way to a Big East title. And Paige Beckers is out there coming for blood, y'all. Yukon picks up the dub over Providence 86-53. And you see they got off to a hot start, going up 13 points in the first quarter, and they never really looked back. And out holding Providence to 8 points in the fourth, man. That is just defense. Yukon continues to roll, and yeah, they're not in the toughest conference, but hey, you can only play who's in front of you, right? I'm just saying, man. But a great balanced attack for them. Paige Beckers, 29, 6, and 9. Big East Player of the Year, continues to be incredible. She played 38 minutes. She's got this team on her back. Developing, though, Aaliyah Edwards had 12 points and 6 rebounds, but she also got elbowed and escorted out of this game with a bloody nose. People were saying it was leaking pretty bad from what you could see. The towel, it was a lot of blood pouring out into that towel. And maybe, we don't know if she's going to miss time. We did hear from Gino about it. We'll get to that. We don't know if she's going to miss time, but we have seen her be a beast with that mask. So I imagine if she has any chance of going, it will be to play for that conference championship. KK Arnold, the freshman, continues to be sensational. 17 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists for her. Their other freshman, Ashlyn Shade, 10 points, 4 rebounds for her. Ice Brady got into the action, 23 minutes, 8 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds for her. Kaden Samuels got some action as well. So a balanced effort for them. Nika Mule, who announced that she would not be returning to Yukon. The senior guard, 8 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds for her. Just a well sought out, solid all-around effort. Yukon continues to advance. They moved to 27-5 on the year, and hey, man, what can you say? Just another incredible game for them. You do wonder what's going to happen with Aaliyah Edwards, though. What's going on with that? I don't know. That would be a huge loss. I imagine if she can go, she will. But we did hear from Coach Gino Auriemma.
I know. It's just been numbing for us to the point where there really wasn't much that you could say other than this is it. This is what we've got, and we talked a lot about some of these young guys have to grow up, and they have to grow up fast, and they did. You don't know until you put in that situation what you can do. Sometimes you're put in a situation where you have no choice, which I kind of love that, because it brings out the best of you, the best in all of us when, somebody will come off the bench and pick me up, give me a breather. No, it's all on you. It's a lot, but it gives you an opportunity to show what you got.
So, I guess we'll see. And then, rounded us out, man, Iowa. Oh, my goodness. 95-68. Beat the snot out of Big Blue. With Indiana and Ohio State out of the tournament, man, it's looking like the Big Ten is Iowa's, and they are going to lock in that number 1 seed. And they will be hosting Caitlyn Clark, staying in Iowa. Hey, man, they are dangerous at the crib. But this was a very, very balanced attack. And they keep on rolling, man. Even without one of their leading scorers, Molly Davis, other people are stepping up. Gabby Marshall, the senior sharpshooter, continues to shoot that rock. And if they are getting production from her and Sydney Falter like they did today with her career high, hey, man, watch out. Iowa's dangerous. Watch out. They picked up the win 95-68 over Michigan to move to 28-4 on the year. Caitlyn Clark didn't even come close to playing her best game. Still had 28 points, 15 assists, and 4 rebounds. Kate Martin, 13 points, 6 boards. Gabby Marshall continuing to shoot that rock, 6 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound. And you just love what she's bringing on the defensive effort as well. Sydney Falter, 12 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. Very complete game for her, stuff in the stat sheet. And I tell you, ever since she got left off that 6th Player of the Year award list, hey, man, she been coming different. And then Hannah Stokey, the sophomore forward, continues to be the second best option on this team. A reliable Robin to Caitlyn Clark's Batman with 16 points and 3 rebounds. And Iowa moves on in impressive fashion. Now, Iowa will match up with Nebraska, who beat them the last time these two teams met, and they held Caitlyn Clark scoreless in the 4th quarter. Big matchup, legacy game here for Caitlyn Clark. She's got all the individual accolades. Now she's looking to rack up some of those team awards and also, hey, man, lock up that number 1 seed, which would be major. You don't want to be a 2 seed. You don't want to have any chance of getting matched up with South Carolina before that Final Four. You know what I'm saying? You just don't want that smoke. So, big game for them. They cannot take Nebraska lightly. They have got to go out there and play basketball, play their game, and continue this balanced effort, man. It's like the rest of the team heard the rally call, and answered it. When Molly Davis went out, they've just stepped up. They're getting very good production. They're making shots from all over the place. Players are stepping up and exceeding expectations right now. They're playing with a swagger and a confidence that I think they will need to keep up going into the NCAA tournament. But they're upperclassmen. Hey, this group of seniors, they have played so many games together, and they are not ready for this ride to be over. And it has been a good one so far, man. So they move on. And it's been an incredible day for women's basketball today, man. Big games, big matchups. And, you know, we got y'all covered for Championship Sunday as well. So make sure y'all holler at me in the comments. Let me know how y'all are feeling about this whole situation. That's a wrap for us. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay up with the latest and the greatest. Until next time, hey, we out.